You know when you see an extremely talented person make god-awful life decisions? That is AYA HIRANO, publicly hating
AYA HIRANO, 30-year journey is the ultimate phoenix rising from the ashes story. After AYA HIRANO massive breakout in the mid-2000s, the industry turbulence that saw AYA her pivot to musical theater, AYA's 2026 milestone feels less like a look back and more like a massive reboot. So let's get into this video about AYA HIRANO and her massive comeback.
on her own fans, having effed multiple band members on tour, marrying a guy without dating him, then divorcing in 8 months for domestic violence. Honestly, it's a miracle that she even has a career. Whether she deserves it, you decide after hearing the full story. AYA was born in Nagoya 1987 but lived in New York as a young kid. It was there that she was exposed to a Broadway production of Peter Pan and first dreamt of becoming a musical star. However, moving back to Japan for school was rough. She faced constant bullying in elementary school and hated attending, but through those years, she held on to that dream. It was only at 8 years old that her talent blossomed. She auditioned by herself for a local community musical and won a part. Mind you, this was her first time on stage, and she won. It was soon that she had already made her mind up. She was going to work in entertainment. Her parents, who worked in media, supported her, but made her make a promise. If she was going down this path, it was going to be a lifelong commitment. Elementary schooler AYA agreed. But before any action could start, a huge hurdle of life came up. A brain tumor as a teen. These caused really bad symptoms like severe migraines, occasional blindness, loss of memory, and surgery was considered, but the procedure could have permanently altered her voice, so for the sake of her dream, she chose not to go through with it. Somehow, even with this horrible condition, AYA managed to debut as a voice actor in 2001 at only 13 years old.
Damn, that's crazy. A brain tumor? I didn't even know that information.
Momo the monkey in the anime series Angel Tales. Throughout her teen years, she continued to get small roles like Lumiere in Kitty Grade, Mingming in Beyblade, Eyeshield 21, and so on. But as she started university like any other kid would, life had other plans for her. In 2006, just as she started uni, AYA was cast as Haruhi Suzumiya. The anime became a massive hit. No, an anime cultural icon and blew up. As the main heroine, naturally, AYA's popularity also blew up like no tomorrow. Because of this, she started getting really busy with voice acting jobs, so she just dropped out of college. Which, fair enough, with that fame, who needs college?
I don't blame her. College is a scam anyway, but let's get back into the video about AYA HIRANO.
You have to understand, Haruhi alongside the song God Knows became so iconic that this single role made AYA one of the most popular voice actresses of all time. AYA's breakout was soon followed by roles such as Layla in Nana, Piss Girl in Death Note, Shitposter in Lucky Star, Lucy in Fairy Tail, and at that point, she was unstoppable.
Yeah, she was very unstoppable. AYA HIRANO. Most stars burn out after a decade, but not her. She's just getting started. We are officially entering the 30th anniversary era of the woman who defined a generation of anime, but this isn't just a celebration, it's a total takeover. 2026 is the year of AYA HIRANO. I believe she's hitting her 20th anniversary as a solo artist and her 30th year in entertainment. That is crazy accomplishments. We've already seen her return to her roots with the Evolution single, her first solo music in 11 years, produced by the same team that gave us God Knows. The real buzz is AYA HIRANO live tour. She's gone global, hitting Manchester and Asia, proving that the Haruhi fever never actually left. It just evolved. Fans are seeing a version of AYA HIRANO that is more confident than ever.
Bro, I swear, she was the main girl in every single big anime that aired back then. Shit was insane. At only 19, AYA won all these awards on screen that I don't want to list out because that's how many she won. Her fame was so crazy that she capitalized by becoming a top Annie singer. Like the CD for the Haruhi opening sung by her sold out across Japan on release date. She was a sensation. She was a voice actress who managed to make make her way into mainstream popularity in a time when anime was much more looked down upon than today. In that era, she was appearing on TV variety shows, invited to Anime Expo at LA. By 2011, she by herself was estimated to have a total of 120 million yen in sales. Aya was quite literally on her way to possibly becoming the #1 of all time. But then, everything started tumbling down. First, I need you to understand the concept of idol seiyus. Now, these voice actors weren't exactly idols, but they sang, they danced, they were treated by fans like idols. So just like idols, dating was generally quite frowned upon. The first incident was on a late-night TV variety show. Goet Temsnovio. The fuck is that, French? Aya spoke extremely freely about things you wouldn't expect a voice actress to talk about. She went on about having several boyfriends before, that she liked much older men, that she's been cheated on before, and so on. At the time, she even said, and I quote, "I have someone that I like right now." This was already outrageous for an idol seiyuu, like career self-destruction level. But then, she proceeded to say, "I do like otaku, but I wouldn't want to date an otaku if..."
Damn, all those guys just got rejected right there and then. That's tough.
Guy. Many otakus were enraged. See, the appeal of an idol seiyuu was that she was a pure virgin and otaku could fantasize about dating their dream woman who wasn't sullied by any other man. Not only did Aya shatter that fantasy, but they felt as if Aya was looking down on them. The otaku, her very own fan base. What do you mean you wouldn't date us? Hate spread quickly online, and unfortunately, Aya's attempt at damage control backfired tremendously. In her personal blog, she said, "Even though I finally managed to form a lifeline with everyone, which I presume meant form a bond with her fans. The thing is, lifeline in Japanese can also mean essential supply, like gas, water, and electricity. So there were many people on 2chan that took this line as, wow, Aya sees her fans as ATM machines." Hate went rampant online, and it was not just a minority. Even her official website became hard to access because of constant cyber attacks. In real life, there were many reports of fans cutting, burning her CDs and merch, and even several death threats came to light, with police getting involved. 2chan also became a war zone. Trolls would use the insult lifeliners to those who still supported Aya, as if they were just feeding Aya money. And this slang spread so far that now idol fans who financially support idols in general are called lifeliners. That was how far the hate had spread. Despite the backlash, the hate didn't directly affect her voice acting career. Aya continued playing her many roles as usual, but the same couldn't be said for this next incident. A year later, in April 2011, Aya abruptly announced that she had been prohibited from taking on new anime voice roles since the previous year, but gave no details. Then, a month later, she released a new album, but then tweeted that she was ending her music activities with Lantis, her label, and taking a break from music indefinitely.
I mean, she probably taking a. Haya's probably taking a break because all the freaking cyberbullying and death threats and stuff like that. Like, I would too. Like, internet is no joke. How do people, especially if, like you said, something crazy like she did, but how do people feel about AYA HIRANO now? It's a total 180. I feel like 10 years ago, the discourse was dominated by controversy. Today, she's respected as a survivor, whether she's playing her usual voice acting roles. But AYA HIRANO is one of the most versatile performers performing Japan has ever produced. Fans aren't just nostalgic anymore. They're genuinely impressed by her range.
This was extremely confusing. Some thought it was due to the hate, but to stop at her prime now was very strange. All would be revealed in only 2 months, when a magazine called Boopka exposed that Aya had been sexually involved with all of her live concert band members, except the bassist. Okay, it's more like the bassist was the only one that didn't have a photo leaked, but yeah. Photos with Aya and these men on the bed kissing and such were leaked. Apparently, after industry insiders realized, all the men were immediately removed from the tour.
I also think it's from the cyberbullying too. Like, people get mentally ill and depressed and stuff like that. Like, you never know. And then I guess, that led her to making bad decisions that just like we see from those photos. But I'm going to end the video right there. I think Aya Hirano, I think this is going to be her comeback year. Aya Hirano proved that you can just leave the idol box and build a kingdom on your own terms. So I have to ask, Lucky Star, Fairy Tail, that made you a fan of her. Drop your favorite role in the comments of her. Don't forget to sub for more anime industry deep dives. But this year will be Aya Hirano's comeback year.